Fracture in the map pool means that you have to be good at either Fracture or Breeze if you're going to get deep into this tournament. And I think for the Vision Strikers, you know, with stacks on Breach, Fracture is just a great map for him, and you don't want to play him on that map.
Buzz does get dazed there by the Trailblazer. Buzz making his way out onto the site. Going to be lurking through the wall, taking a bit of decay here. As the spike will get planted. So far, no real damage getting pushed out, but as I say that, King, oh man, barely lines up the second headshot, putting PTC down. 2 HP remaining for him. Now a 2-man advantage for the side of Vision Strikers. Buzz going to be taking a tailwind back up the side, over towards the cave. Keeps himself out of line of sight, spots John Olsen there, but doesn't want to go for the repeat. Shock darts used. Buzz now playing on the cave side of Pyramids, letting them push over towards him. John Olsen, though, as he rounds that side over towards Ninja, manages to get rid of stacks. Buzz falls down. King now with 3 kills, still somehow manages to come up with another despite only having 2 HP. Bites will try to buy some extra time. John Olsen looking to go aggro, but RB shuts him down, is looking for a little bit more. Lemmy Snacks would just like to try to get some kills here. Seemingly can't get
post-plant. Vision Strikers, that's why you see the back off the site right away. They've got a lot of post-plant utility that they're able to utilize on that pistol. They set up the wall to cut off the short side angle of A, get the plant down, and then they can back off. Just let FS come to them, and you can see, even though FS doesn't get killed along the way to getting to the Vision Strikers back lines, it doesn't matter. There's not enough time left.
Buzz for now, just going to be lurking in Hall. Peeking down, seeing if anybody's going to push their head out around the corner. They are not. Everybody now just going to be starting to inch their way forward through shop. They can take that orb. First, they want to start with a drone. See if they can get this scout onto Superbus. It'd be really nice to try to get him out of this ninja's position. And there you go. He'll clear it. Buzz has moved up right alongside the drone, just escorting him into the site. Finds one. The wall comes down. Buzz is good for a second. Spots another over towards the stairs. Takes a little bit of damage. Will manage to stay alive, but John Olsen looking a bit worse for wear here. 24 HP remaining for him, and Buzz will find a third. Now on pace for an ace. Push comes out, and Lammy Snacks will shut down that dream. Nice little shot from him with the Sheriff. Him and Chala versus the world, and that reach for the classic. Oh man, can he get the last one?
Can really change the tides of things. Lammy, it's a couple nice shots. It's not enough, but it's some value out of what could have been a really disastrous round for FS.
So right there, King. 4-0 so far, just 2 away from having that ult. Oh, the push out. Timing there from Buzz, not ideal, but King will find a 5th kill. Shock dart going to be lobbed in. King will get tagged up a bit. Seeker's now going to be used by Stacks. Go ahead and identify where the members of Full Sense are lurking here around the B site. Looks like maybe a triple approach. The Archers in the back. Otherwise, one coming through tunnel. Trailblazer not going to be able to find too much of anything.
How fanned out the Vision Strikers are, expecting some kind of lurk here, but they're going to get a ton of information out of that camera. They are going to see a lot of members, but Lammy able to turn it around, takes down King with the headshot.
It gives him his first death. Oh, the dink goes through. Looks for a little bit more. Stacks putting quite a bit of damage into PTC and Chalala, but doesn't manage to find those kills. The bites are coming down, however.
What is this lineup?
This is going to be a nice little lineup, but John Olsen pushes forward, gets a headshot onto RB. Mako around the back will fall. The fuse can come in. Cheeky little setup there for the side of Vision Strikers, but full
forward, shut down RB and not even give him the chance.
Fantastically done. Now we move forward. Buzz going with the operator here on the attacker's side, looking to see if anyone's going to push around that right side of Pyramids. They are not. Just out around the corner there from this camera, so Chalala doesn't necessarily see him at all.
They sense something. There was a ping that came out, so they're suspecting that somebody's potentially hanging out there by the pillar, but right now, the Vision Strikers just got to take their time. They're going to change the pace. They're going to slow things up. We haven't even seen the toxic screen come down as far as I can tell, so they're just really waiting to maybe go for an execute. But this is an early op here for Buzz, and this is great to see from the Vision Strikers. I was concerned about what their long-range firepower was going to be like, and this is such an important map for this player right here. Vision Strikers putting a lot of confidence in Buzz on this map. Is able to get the shot on the John Olsen.
Right as he peeks out, Buzz shuts him down. That is the Blazestorm also online, but he will also find Chalala. Strikes him down. 2 kills for Buzz yet again. It's just been excelling over on these A-site attacks. Creep around the back into shop, but RB, he doesn't even have the gun out when he runs in, manages to draw down fast enough to out-trade PTC. Doesn't even take that much damage, and King finds Lammy lurking across into mid. All comes down to Superbus, and with a Guardian, I mean, we've seen people pop off with Guardians in the past, but in a 1v5 clutch scenario, it doesn't seem good. And King is in his prime position. He's got 2 HP remaining yet again. That is when he is the deadliest.
That's the King buff right
Don't
there.
want to mess with King when he's got 2 health.
Yeah, super buffs here. This is a great gun for this map, but not much he's going to be able to do off it. Vision Strikers are fully retreating into uncontested territory, so there's no way that he's going to be able to find much value out of this. There's no way he's going to be able to get a gun upgrade, I don't think. The only gun that potentially could be available is over by the pillar.
Run.
I think it's more of a just in case, you know.
Yeah. Good stuff there, but now John Olsen does manage to creep forward, gets that orb, and can pop the Blade Storm here for this overall eco. Obviously, Super Bus retaining his Guardian. Everybody else just going to be on Classics and 2 Sheriffs. See if they can make this happen. It would be a fantastic turnaround here for Full Sense. Stop Vision Strikers from getting those stretch leads that they so very much love to run away with.
Yeah, you can see VS just going to put the Toxic screen a little bit deeper onto A this time. Kind of makes me curious what the post-plant setup is going to look like here this go around, as it is going to be Stacks pushing well forward, and the rest of them are just waiting behind. So again, they're just going to be looking for some of these post-plant situations. King going to be really important in Alley to lock this down.
They get in rather cleanly. Stacks trying to make his exit. John Olsen will get him in the head. Weapon not going to be in a recoverable position, so it doesn't help him out in that regard, but still a man off the board. Super Bus, though, falling means that they have lost out on their one rifle. Oh, the timing! The push around the corner, and Mako cannot get prepared in time. Off shot, not going to connect there from Buzz. Does get blind, but RB manages to hold it down for 2 before falling to Lammy Sacks' shot dart. Buzz out with the
guns in hand on that round. I think that is a very different round there for the Thai squad.
Oh, for sure. It's a good damage dealt with the disadvantages that they were working with. Now have rifles back into their hands. And again, looking like, okay, John Olsen's going to be joining the Vandal party as well. Will be outnumbering the Phantoms, and that's not going to be the most shocking revelation for us here, as we were already kind of chatting about it, given that it's on Breeze. Stack's not using the Vandal, though. Does still surprise me a little bit.
I mean, the Vision Strikers have really dedicated themselves to the Phantoms. It seems like they just converted 100% almost over to it. You know, for better or worse, I'd say there's maps where I feel like that's maybe not the right call, but King doing such a good job here on this long lurk. Gets deep into the defender spawn.
Get all the way through Halls, catches him right in the spawn. Really nicely done, and that is going to be the neural theft used to go ahead and spot him out. They say, okay, we'll shift over to the A site. We know that there's 2 there.
I've got your trail.
Seeker's now going to be used. Tax finding that ult for the 2nd time. Door to be opened. Shalala pulling back, but will get spotted, and King is in prime position. Cyber Cage to keep himself blocked. Oh, he actually thought he got the kill. Turns away, turns back, and still takes down John Olsen. King is on an absolute tear right now.
Oh, you can tell he's just feeling it. I mean, when you're in the zone and you feel like your shots just enough of them just landed that you should get the kill, it was just shy. He's able to fortunately turn around and do it somehow. I mean, this is just King's round. He has really put himself on the throne for sure.
Tell a little bit of a jiggle with the mouse. I don't think that shock dart went exactly where he was hoping it was going to. King on the lurk. It's a little bit too low. Doesn't get too much damage out onto Super Bus. Vandal in hand, and one's going to be taken right out of his hand. Stacks catches him in the head. And that is just going to be Lammy heading for the hills, tucking all the way back in the back of B's site. Just try to retain that Phantom. Vision Strikers continuing to plow off.
Starts getting that confidence, that's when you got to be real scared as the opposing team.
Yeah. John Olsen. Marshall in hand. Let's move down, peeking out a door into mid. No one really playing around that side. Does have PTC here for a setup. They want to try to go for a wide swing off the back of a blind. Vision Strikers very much playing around this, just going to be creeping forward.
I'm kind of curious about this Hunter's Fury from Lammy Snacks. Like, what is this going to look like here on this round? Because with the way the Vision Strikers are playing off-site, it makes it pretty difficult. You have to react pretty quickly onto the plant to get it to go. And here come the Vision Strikers right away, dashing right in, going for it.
Given his position, he's decently set up for plant denial. Spike's not yet moved through.
Right here.
He will start advancing that forward now onto the side. It's on the back of the pillar. And that is going to be the call out here. But Hunter's Fury, he will tag one, but it's actually not the planter. Buzz is going to be taken down, so that's still going to be a win. Spike not yet planted. They also get the follow-up tag on the Stacks, knocking him down to 70 HP, and suddenly this looks very good for the side of Full Sense. Updraft over the top for a target. King around the corner, throws down the Cyber Cage, gets the headshot dink, gets the finish on the Chalala, but then Lammy Stacks coming in from the right side flank, manages to strike him down. John Olsen finds the headshot onto Stacks off cam. Mako cannot draw down. He cannot scope in fast enough, and suddenly it's all on RB. He's ready for Superbus to push into window, but he cannot get the shots off. They will wait out the bite. They will get the defuse, and Full Sense will put a second round on the board.
Yeah, this is such a good round for Full Sense. And first, that the Vision Strikers can ever get these post-plant setups going. It is so smart here from Full Sense.
Yeah, well, John Olsen having upgraded to the operator. It's for a similar peek. Goes for a blind shot just in case he can catch a straight target. Does not manage to do so. A couple guiding lights being thrown out by Stacks over towards the A site. He gives a nice little warning ping, so it seems like he did spot somebody. Dart out, Buzz pulling back just below the vent. John Olsen gonna be blinded.
Look at his lurk from PTC, he's getting real close.
Well, the tailwind forward, it distracts him for just long enough. King makes his way forward, gets the headshot out. Nice steady there from Buzz, manages to outtrade Superbus. Doesn't even actually get tagged up. All the bullets whizzing past him like he's Neo. Spike now going to be planted, just like that. Vision Strikers, as the pendulum swings, are looking to regain control of this game, not letting Full Sense try to string any rounds together. As for good measure, they throw down the pit. Mako says, come on in.
Yeah, this is going to be really, really difficult here for Full Sense. Buzz still...
Did he not see him?
I don't know if
His
he did.
head came up over top of the wall.
I think the toxic screen came down just at the right moment there. PTC trying to flash his way through. Going to take a little bit of decay damage there. They're just spraying in, but there's just nothing that Full Sense can get.
They got to stay in.
Yeah, they can't break through these defenses, so it's time to just pull out.
Yeah, we'll just go ahead, pull back. I mean, King's getting himself into a decent little lurk position to maybe find the other members. He moves back down, peeks the doorway, sees that there's nobody there. PTC will find...
Wait it out. Then they've got the numbers. Then they've got the ability with that op picked up for Buzz to just delay from that long position. RB,
What?
how do you win that?
Unbelievable. RB just pushes up, just dry peeks him, gets him in the skull, outtrades the operator, and John Olsen is not having a good go of it right now. Shut down yet again, operator on the floor. You can see now, I mean, PTC is like, I was, set up to play, off of you. Now I find myself a little bit stranded in mid. There's that a couple blinds. We'll just cycle back over into the shop through cave now as they look to assault this A site yet again. Hunter's Fury going to be used by RB, looking to escort his teammates out onto the site. They're actually going to turn tail, make their way over towards B, because King says, hey, I'm in. There's no one here. It's completely unoccupied. But Chalala, look at this, gets himself forward in mid, manages to find Mako, and now everybody's going to be rerouting.
Yeah, I like this play from the Vision Strikers. PTC tries to get through, but Buzz is going to shut him down before he can get a kill. A little bit of damage done, but not nearly enough here, as still King locking down the backside of B. Only 2 members left for FS, and this is just a great read here. I like that RB opted to go for his ult into the defensive position there to keep his team alive, to give them the ability to get out, because I'm sure that Vision Strikers are pretty keen on the post-plant stuff, but they got plenty of other utility anyway. Just use that Hunter's Fury then, totally fine. Nice shot, Superbus.
Yeah, finally manages to stabilize there with the taps, gets the one onto King. Still need to get through 3 more members on the side of Vision Strikers and Buzz. He's perfectly lined up there on the archway. Oh, and just sets him up for everything to snowball into his favor. John Olsen and Superbus looking to maybe get aggro here. Sheriff's out. Buzz wary of this, throws down the cloud burst. Says, okay, come on, walk into the shop. And the Trailblazer will confirm a forward position of at least 1 player. Now they'll have to pull back behind the pyramids to stay safe.
I like the way they do that. They time Buzz's movement. They go all the way around, so he comes from an off angle to see if anybody's lurking inside of that poison cloud. Nobody there, but that's a nice little set play. That's the little things from the Vision Strikers. Stuff like that, where they're trying to put their opponents in the worst position possible if they're pushed up.
Mako's ready for this. He's staring up at the top of the rope. Says, we haven't really been watching Hulls. Somebody could have moved forward. Staying privy to that. John Olsen going to be dashing away from Ninja, tries to stabilize, gets the 1 tap there onto Buzz, knocks him to 45 HP, but cannot get the kill. Chalala, however, will manage to find King. Given how he's been performing on this map so far, that's a very valuable pickoff on his otherwise eco round. Chalala does have that Vandal in hand now. Pushing up, gets 1 tap onto Mako. Chalala again comes up with 2, manages to find 3 kills so far. Can he do more? Neural Depth going to be committed. Spike planted, the bite's coming down. They'll use the drone, pushing around the corner. RB with the off, cuts him down to size. Trying to spam through the wall, but just can't quite get enough penetration there. Find that limit off the rip in the first series. You need to get fired up, and you need to have it happen quickly. You cannot make any mistakes after this. This would be a hell of a run back here. At least 2 more rounds, make it a 4-8 half. becomes a bit more plausible for Full Sense to try to turn around this map.
Yeah, and again, you know, John Olsen, I don't want to ride him too much, but this has been the criticism of him, particularly, you know, you remember, Kilios, when we were working with the SEA casters, Illustrato, Asarai, and Black and Blue, and they all said it, that he's hot and cold. And when he's cold, then FS is cold.
Well, there's PTC gone. RB finding one. John Olsen will get one kill here on the board for Full Sense, but does get traded out, so a 2-for-1 exchange. Vision Striker's going to be feeling perfectly fine about that.
I like the dial-up of aggression here, trying to gain space by FS. It just doesn't pay off. The Vision Strikers aren't fooled by it. Again, the Strikers are so smart. They're so calculated. They're so calm. You know, off of a timeout, they probably said, "Look, FS is probably going to try to get aggressive, either down mid or down an off angle, down a flank. So let's be prepared for it. It's an easy crossfire. It's an easy setup for them." Oh. Now Buzz trying to push forward. He's really up with that op.
Yep, Seekers go out. Superbus has to clear those. Pulls back away. So behind the left pillar, left pyramid rather. Shot. Oh man, instant snap on from Buzz. Finds one, does get darted. Wants to try to exit here. Oh, gets tagged up, barely manages to make it around the corner, throws down the weapons. Just panicking,
just spamming his keyboard.
Yeah, just hitting everybody possibly can. Will manage to make it out with
on one of our other monitors, throw it into the ocean. I saw him head over and throw it into the ocean. So this is pretty interesting. What are the Vision Strikers going to dial up here? It is, I think this is kind of on the back of seeing that the Viper's Pit is going to be here for FS, and that it's going to be a bit more of a claustrophobic fight. There's going to be a lot of battling inside of the Viper utility, not just FS's, but also the Vision Strikers. So really interesting kind of change of pace here.
Got a really forward push coming out, though, from Full Sense. They're getting a lot of information right now. Making their way up through elbow. John Olsen out in mid. Will manage to find one. Gets rid of Stacks, but then King strikes him down. PTC with a lurk around the back, however. Finds RB, and he's going to upgrade that Guardian very quickly. Buzz just his way up on top of Headshot Box, and now he's going to be left all on his lonesome. A 1v4 to try to make it a 10-2. Buzz, are you up to task? The drone comes out. He's going to be shot. That's good. That's what Full Sense needs. They need energy from their fans, from the audience. Send it out to them.
Yeah.
Goku style, energize these players because they need everything they can get.
I was going to say, you better be building a big Spirit Bomb. Right now, Vision Striker's in firm control of this.
Ooh, okay. John Olsen, he was trying to go through door, got that denied away from him. Actually counter shut it, but manages to push in on top of RB, gets that kill, now comes around the back and Stacks is not ready for it. PTC will find Mako, and this is looking very clean, but King will find two. Let's go.
John Olsen. He needs to get heated up with these guns like the Marshall, like the Op, and that's when Full Sense can really start to turn the tides.
Creeping forward through Cave, looking for a target at the back of Pyramid. No one's going to be giving him the opportunity, and something tells me that Vision Strikers are very well aware that he might have that Marshall in his hand, so don't want to give him any line of sight whatsoever. You see Buzz moved up at Bricks, just waiting to see if anyone's going to be coming advancing forward here.
Yeah, there's no way I'm challenging John Olsen with a Marshall. That is not something I would want to do. I mean, Soldom definitely gave it a few goes during APAC LCQ, but it is no easy feat. When the guy is feeling it, he is just, it seems like he's untouchable. It seems like he is just going to pop every head that he sees. But yeah, really slow one to start, but that Hawk going to come through and maybe lead the way for this Full Sense execute.
Does get a single blind out. Stack's starting to move forward. Blind's coming out. Oh man, Buzz! Point blank gets the weapon pick up, sprays him down. Chalala out of the fight. Lemmy Snacks will manage to shut him out. Goes ahead, recovers the weapon, but that is a huge amount of value here from Vision Strikers, finding 2 kills off the back of that blind. What a play from Buzz. Now RB duking it out with Superbus here in the hallway, tries to go for the right click. Can't quite make it happen. Superbus will find that elimination. Lemmy Snacks cleans up a couple others, and now it's just going to be Mako on his lonesome. Scoops up the Ghost, 1v2. I mean, it's versus Spectre, it's versus Marshall. Spike is planted. If he could pull this off, what heroics from Mako we will have witnessed.
Great timing on that by Superbus, waiting for the reload from RB before he peeks that again, knowing that he's very low on bullets, doing a good job keeping track of that. So really nice stuff here, but that maneuver by Buzz, we'll get to it after this round is over, Achilleos.
Speaking of reloads, Mako.
Goodness gracious.
He's got the Spectre now. It's a bit more possible. John Olsen starts looking over to this side, towards Cave. Around side, doesn't pay attention, but Mako actually pulls the trigger.
Of energy in the tank, they just need to keep building it up.
And if they could do it here in this round, that's going to help them bridge the gap even further. Pretty much an all-in here for Vision Strikers. Not going to be too much credits left over for them if they lose this. We'll put them back on an eco, so we'll see if they can get it done. It would be huge for Full Sense.
Kind of a weird toxic screen here from Full Sense. I want to see what they're going to do off of this. I have thoughts, but I'm kind of curious. Like, is this going to just be setting up for a doors push? Are they just trying to cut off this mid-angle so they can safely get to the store? It looks like that is indeed the case, as PTC is pushing his way forward. But the Vision Strikers are pretty well situated for this if he does come through. But oh my goodness, oh Buzz.
They're about to see each other. They are so close, and they just don't even realize it. Stacks in the meantime still playing outside in mid. Oh, yeah. The smoke comes down, and Buzz is right on top of him. Just had no idea, no chance to react. You're decayed all the way down to 1 HP. John Olsen, I'm not sure if he meant to, go for a fake there, or if he botched it a little bit. Either way, it doesn't matter. He does end up falling. That Trailblazer does spot out the other two.
Very, very common in the SEA matchups, but for Buzz to be this aggressive off of these things, to kind of push through into that toxic screen, even though it is a little bit of an awkward moment with PTC, he's still able to win it. And yeah, I mean, this particular toxic screen I think is a little more valuable than the previous one, because this one at least lets you cover your post-plant scenarios, whereas the other one's just about getting to that, and then you're left with a wide open A site on your post-plant defense. So very, very difficult to cover that. You don't have much control.
Yeah. Well, keeping it slow and steady here. Looking for some information. It's going to be a heavy stack over towards mid. Spike getting ready to creep over through cannon towards elbow.
It's been one of the first beats, I think.
Yeah. Guiding light out from Stacks back towards Arch is not going to find anything. So playing this with heavy ambiguity right now is Full Sense. Vision Strikers seem like they don't really know where this hit's going to come through. They will hear that guiding light and suspect that this is going to be a collapse onto the B site. We'll see if they're going to be able to stave them off. Stacks over at wall. Got King in the back. Tailwind forward, pushes out of the smoke. King, however, going to be good for 2 as John Olsen finds Stacks. Superbus will get rid of King. Damage very heavily done. A 2v3 with Superbus low on HP, trying to get the spike planted. Approaching now. Oh, that shock dart narrowly missing. Would kill, but neither of them connected. PTC will find one, but now it all falls to him. A 1v2, tailwind forward, Buzz gets himself over towards the pillar, tries to deny Vision, but Buzz out-trades him. That'll be the defuse, and that's going to be 11 rounds now for Vision Strikers.
Oh, that was a great dart. That gave Buzz a pretty easy kill there.
And, having chatted with him a little bit, he said, like, I need to be confident because I've seen other teams, when their IGLs, their captains start losing confidence, that's when the team's play suffers. So even if he doesn't necessarily feel confident, he's going to continue to exude that so everybody feels, instilled with hope, with confidence. Try and push through. Just Fury going out. John Olsen going to be mowed down. Mako finds him on the entry, but Superbus trades it back rather quickly. He tries to throw the pit, but Buzz is right there. Says absolutely not. Shuts it down. The Vision Strikers looks to get this 12th round on the board, lock themselves into OT, and put us on match point. Trailblazer goes out over towards Bricks, looks to spot them out, will find them. Cyber Cage comes up, Buzz mows down Lammy Snacks. RB makes his way in for a little bit more. Shalala could be good for 1, but then falls down. And yet again, it's all on PTC. The drone's going to search into cave. PTC running forward.
That's it. This is match point here for FS. If they can't win this round, it's down to the loser side of their group.
Let's see what John Olsen can get done here so far. Again, the ults have not really been finding their targets. If there was ever a time for him to pop off and get back into that form that we came to expect from him after the LCQ, it is right here in this moment. Everybody else, they have a decent amount of firepower, but obviously it's still a bit wonky. 2 Bulldogs, a Guardian, and a Spectre. They need to find some value from this ult.
And I mean, you've got the op for Buzz. He's got the blades behind it even. And that flash here, Stacks just using it to escape, but it's not going to work. Lammy Stacks going to get him with the Bulldog.
Really great shot down there. That is going to be the setup for the Near Ult Death. Now they'll be able to identify where everybody else is at here for Vision Strikers. Buzz still goes for the peak. Actually swings out wide, gets himself situated at Ninja. Continues to stare over towards Cave, but Full Sense, they want to change it up. They say, okay, we got the pick at A, let's reroute to B.
Yeah, I really like this. You're trying to use this toxic screen down mid. Vision Strikers weren't fooled by it the first time around, so now you got to try something different. But again, RB just is not going to allow Lammy Snacks to get that lurk to go. He shuts it down. King, once again, stalwart on this defense. Here comes the Vision, but they're going to get the spot on the PTC.
Yeah, and that's a spike on the ground. It does get picked up, and now they're running out of time. 20 seconds remaining. John Olsen will find King, gets him out of the back of sight, but Mako's still here, lurking within the pit. No HP. John Olsen from now here on out needs to hit heads. 1 HP, but oh, Mako just snaps to the left, finds him, and they're running out of time. Superbus will find Mako. That will drop it, but he is going to go down. Buzz will get the